And my name is Luke Glassett. I'm the lead mentor for the Stormbots. I've been on the Stormbots now. This is my third year as coach, mentor of the team. So yeah, Stormbots is an amazing opportunity for students to learn about building a robot from start to finish. And so each year we get a challenge, and in this challenge we have to build a robot to perform with and against other teams. And the robots usually weigh about 120 pounds. Our robot this year is about 6 feet tall. And the students design the robot, they fabricate the robot, they wire the robot, and they program the robot as well. And then we've got teams that are doing all sorts of other things as well, like technical marketing, CI, wing nuts, circuit breakers, that do other things for the team as well. One of the things I often say about Stormbots is that it's kind of like running a small company. So we've got roughly 65, 66 students on the team, 20 mentors, and we operate in many ways like a small company. So what opportunities do we provide students, or does FIRST provide students? You know, the students that have been a part of Stormbots, they have much more work experience than your average student, because as a part of this club, they learn what it's like to work in a team, on a project, under time pressure, managing that. And especially if you're a technical company, we've got kids learning how to write code in Java. If we've got kids that are learning how to CAD things in Autodesk. We've got kids that are fabricating parts for the robots. All sorts of skills that they're getting as a part of this. And we've seen companies that will seek out FIRST Robotics students because of the skills that they get in FIRST Robotics. So yeah, we have sponsors and partners of the team that help support us. There's a few different ways that they can support. Monetarily is always one. Sometimes we're always in need of parts for our robots and machines and materials. Like ProTech has donated over $4,000 worth of materials for our robot this year alone. We could not do this without them. And then also just sometimes we need to outsource some work and do that. It's nice to have companies that come along that can help us. We've had a few companies come here this year and speak to the kids about whether it's grant writing or some different human resources and things like that. But when it comes down to it, it is an expensive program. This year, if we make it all the way to Worlds, it's going to cost us about $40,000. Just the prices of our first three competitions are $5,000. It'll be another $4,000 if we make it to the district championship in Cheney. That's $9,000 just in registration fees. That has nothing to do with even building the robot, and that gets fairly expensive as well. So it's an awesome opportunity, and what's really cool is it gives us the opportunity also to partner with local companies. So what role do these sponsors play in the community of the Stormbots? It takes a team, and those sponsors become a part of our team. We represent them on a robot, on our shirts, part of our brand, to show that as a community they are supporting the building up of the education and science, math, technology, and engineering in the students in the community. So it really is a good representation of the companies, really good publicity for the companies, and then in some cases we've been able to give back to some of the companies as well. One of our sponsors last year, we went to their company and helped out with a factory acceptance test. We took 8 of our students there, and they spent an entire day helping out the company in that. That was really neat to see. I think one of the things that makes Stormbots unique is that there's really nothing else like it out there in the school. We have clubs and we have sports. Stormbots and FIRST Robotics sort of brings those two together, because there are many aspects that are like a club, but then at the end of the day we have competition, and we've got to take this robot to competition. We have to compete with the robot and do that in a very high pressure environment as well. And what that does is that really prepares these kids for the next step. It's really awesome that what they're learning in their classes during the day, they get to apply at Stormbots and robotics at night. And like I said, I mean, we've got this opportunity now where these kids, it's like being a part of a small company. We had a situation a couple years, or actually a year ago, where one of our graduate students that had spent 4 years on a robotics team, he applied for an internship at USNR. And at the end of the day, they selected him to be in their internship over some engineering graduate students from WSU Vancouver because our student had had more hands-on experience, and that's what we offer and provide these kids, and the community that comes along and aside us and supports us in any way is supporting those endeavors for the kids.
My name is Akil Maperu. I'm a senior, so I'm grade 12. This is my 4th year on the Stormbots. And during the main season, I'm a project manager, so I manage to schedule communication between some teams. And at the competition, I'm the team captain, and I represent us on the field. Well, I think sponsors play one of the most crucial roles on the team because it costs well over $20,000+ to run a FIRST robotics team. And no matter how great we are at fundraising, we can't raise $20,000 that quickly. And so really, sponsors and partners provide us with that kind of funding to even run this team. They're like, if you had to factor one of the key building blocks of this team, they'd be under there. Well, I have a calendar, because I'm a project manager always. We're building another practice robot this year, and the real thinking behind that is we have 6 weeks to build, design, and test a robot. In typical Stormbots fashion, till like 11:59 on the night of bag and tag, the last day we have to build, we're not even completely done programming the robot. We've uploaded the code, but we've never really tested it. So we thought, hey, let's break that trend because we want to do better this year. So the whole idea of the practice robot is we might end up finishing earlier on the schedule. Instead of this finishing on the 17th, we might finish the practice robot on the 7th, have time for drive team to practice it early on, so that while the other part of the team is working on a competition robot, the second one, our drive team can be getting practice ahead. That way we don't have to wait for the whole drive team, we don't have to have the drive team wait until the whole robot's done, everybody's programmed it, and they can just get some field experience. Funding is everything. Everything. There's no such thing as a free lunch. And one of the mottos of the Stormbots is we don't just build robots, we build futures. And really people have come back and told us that how important the skills that they've learned through robotics have helped them with their life. And a lot of the times kids can't afford. There's a fee to enter the Stormbots because we need the money. There's a fee for jackets, there's a fee for traveling, there's a fee for lunch. And a lot of times these grants, these sponsors and partners donate or give us stuff that help cover that. So some of the less fortunate students who might not be able to afford this kind of experience can still participate in it. And it costs about $5,000 to go to one district level competition. $5,000. That's a lot of money. And sponsors, Boeing, HP, Platt, they all donate this money so we can go to these competitions. Without them, we might not be able to.
Well, my name is Dean Abbott. I'm one of the co-mentors for the technical marketing group for the Stormbots. And one of the more frequent asked questions I get is, what are some of the other uses of the financial support that our partners and our sponsors give us? The first thing that comes to mind is that, of course, the material and the machinery so that we can actually build the robot. But really, we're very fortunate. We very much use the support and can use continued support for the marketing effort, for the actual presenting of what FIRST is all about to the marketplace as well as to the school internally. As a matter of fact, an example is the young gentlemen who are doing tonight's video aren't necessarily connected with robotics, but they're in visual arts, and we're able to, through some purchases, be able to put this video together. Beyond that, I'm not wearing it today, but all of our Stormbots have both shirts and in some cases jackets. If you've ever been to one of our competitions, you'll see that having a good-looking brand is important, and of course that takes financial support as well. Talking about competitions, there is a considerable amount of money spent when it comes to our travel. I don't know if you're familiar with the schedule, but through the district model that the instituted last year, we now have to participate in 2 different competitions, and we can opt for a third one. So we're going to go to all 3, taking a smaller group for the third competition. And when we qualify, we're going to be going to Cheney, which is just outside of Spokane, for our district or for our regional competition. And then, as is our plan every year, we hope to be able to compete in St. Louis at the Worlds. I've seen some video of it, and it's an amazing, amazing story. And it's a great experience for the Stormbots that get to go. And I think what I'd like to thank our sponsors the most for and our partners the most for is their generous contributions that have allowed us to grow our teams to be one of the biggest in the West. We're over 60, with about a quarter of them being young ladies, and our mentor group, of which your companies have supplied mentor and some time for them, has helped us grow our team. And we hope to do even better this year. We won a competition last year, but that's just the start. So we're very much pleased with the support we have. And if you know of someone or someone else that can support us and help bring STEM and FIRST philosophy in the marketplace, we'd appreciate it.